My name is Bryan, and in this episode I'm going to show you how I did my bracing layouts. I've got 14 braces that I have to make, so I'll show you a quick process, quick trick that I did in order to speed up the process. Here's the next timber I'm about to work on. There's a stack of braces I've already got rough cut out. They still need some routing on the corners to decorate them a little bit, and then some final sanding on the tenons to just get everything nice and smooth so they go in together easily. Alright, so what is this magic trick I did in order to speed up the process? The last thing I want to do is sit here with my speed square and start laying out every tenon length and so on, dimensions. So what I did is made a template. So this exactly forms to the tenons that I want, the right sizes. So I just laid it out. I laid it flush with the same side every time. Traced it out. There you have it. So I go through with the speed square. And then put my lines on there. I'll be cutting through with the circular saw. And I need to match the template on the other side. I put a vertical line on each one so they can match it up on the other side as well. Just like that. Now I'm just going to measure for distance. These particular ones are going to be 42 inches. I like to start at the 10-inch mark because I can get a nice perfect start. And I just got to remember that it's 52 inches instead of 42. Just got to make sure I make my angles the right direction so I have 45 degrees and they're not parallel. This corner here is my mark. Just going to line that up. So again, I line up on the same side every single time because these are timbers, you know, nothing's ever perfect, so if they're a 1/16 of an inch off or something like that, it doesn't make a difference. So that's that. Speed square again. And I'll go ahead and lay out the entire beam. Generally, that's what I've been doing. And I could get 3 on each one. Now I only have 2 of these left to make. And these are for the main beam in the house. There's 4 of them I need. Alright, so the next thing I would do is lay out the next one, but what I first do is the cut through here where I'm going to cut it all the way through. And so what I'd make the cut first and then I'll lay it out because it's going to take out about 1/8 of an inch. So instead of trying to measure and guide it, I'll make a cut through there first with the saw. So anyway, that's it. The rest of the tenon making and everything is similar to everybody else's videos. No need to really go through that. I make a bunch of cuts with the saw. smack it all out and then use the chisel to clean it all up. I got a Japanese draw saw that I use the most with the cuts. Unfortunately, once you lose one or two teeth on it, then you start losing the rest of them. So this saw is pretty much useless. I gotta order another one online. Alright, well hopefully that gives you a little a thought on how to make a project go a little bit faster. I use my template, which is right there, and then just lay it out on the beam, and that goes much faster. And then I just start making all the cuts, which go pretty quickly. And again, I can lay out the entire beam and then have a bunch of these tenons, so very little chiseling involved. Just do enough to make it nice and smooth. I did order a new chisel, so I just have these short ones right now. And so I did order a nice big 2-inch long proper timber framing chisel to get the job done even a little bit quicker. So next one will be how I did the dovetail joints. So let me show you that real quick. So check that out. Look at that nice big dovetail. This is an 8x8 beam. Again, another test bed, but that's a 1-inch thick tenon. There you go. And I'll tell you what I did not do. I did not buy a $2,500 dovetail mortising jig. I saw those online. I really liked them, but I thought that was a ridiculous amount of money to spend to make a dovetail. It's something you could figure out on your own. You may have noticed on my router in the previous episode I had a big long piece of wood attached to it right there, and there's a reason for that. Not only did it help with doing the mortises for the bracing, because I span about a 7.5-inch gap there, but I've got a special jig I made that holds the router right up to the beam with that big piece of wood on there. So anyway, from beautiful Colorado, the sun's actually come out, and I will see you next time with the dovetail jig.